big computer.
Yeah.
There's Wazika. You've been there.
Yeah.
There it is.
120 people.
Oh, yeah. The game hasn't even started yet.
Yeah.
What about the others? Yeah, almost 120 with that girl.
And 8 with us.
Yeah.
4. It was.
Yeah, I would guess our number would be lower because now everybody's home. They can find the TV. But
My mom said she was going to have it on the TV, but on her phone as well. So.
Yeah, I can see people doing that. What about the Neilsville game? How many people are?
32.
Oh. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, there's St. Croix Central. I've never been there before.
There are a lot of people there. A small gym for a big school.
Yeah, 8 rows. About that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good luck.
Oh. All right, let's get her done. Good evening and welcome to the Lacrosse Center here for the Division 5 State Championship game. It is the Three Lakes Blue Jays coming in at 20-5 overall, biggest win of the year for any team coming about, say, 10 hours ago or so. No, a little later than that. But they knocked off the Blackhawk Warriors 51-48. Punching their ticket to the Division 5 State Championship game here against the home team, the number 3 seed Assumption Royals, who come in at 15-8 overall. They just knocked off McDonald Central 46-43. Should be a good one. The Assumption Royals, of course, winners, a 3-way tie in the Merriwood South. with Stratford and Auburndale. The Three Lakes Blue Jays finishing third in their conference behind Crandon for that top spot. So, and Wabeno Leona. I got it written down here somewhere. I just found it. So, should be a good one. It is going to be a test of stamina between these two teams. Assumption just got done with their game about 4 hours ago, knocking off McDonald Central, and Three Lakes had a lot of energy. Had a lot of energy used up in that Blackhawk game. We'll see what kind of energy they have left. Assumption will be in their home whites again. Three Lakes at number 4 seed. Assumption the number 3 seed. So it should be a good game here. Game just happening between Assumption and McDonald. Emily Bone finished with 13 INR. Another phenomenal second half, finishing the game with 16 points. Jesse Grundhofer finished with 7 in that second half. INR perfect from the free throw line in the second half to put that game away for the Assumption Royals. For the Three Lakes Blue Jays, led in large part by senior Sydney Lurvey, the 5'7" senior. 18 points in that game against Blackhawk, 6 of 11 from the field, all three-pointers. Again, the Blackhawk willed Three Lakes to shoot the three-pointer, and they did with very good success. 7 of 14 in the first half against Blackhawk. It was 31-30 at halftime in favor of Blackhawk, but then the Blue Jays with some key free throws down the stretch, some big defensive efforts against Bailey Butler and the Warriors. So it's going to be a good one. We expect it to be a good one between Assumption and Three Lakes. So again, everybody, myself included, didn't think Three Lakes would be here, but hats off to them. Had a phenomenal game plan against the Blackhawk Warriors, got the job done, and ended that 75-game win streak for Coach Flanagan and the Blackhawk Warriors, who had to take the trip home just north of the Illinois border. Quite the trip, but unfortunate way to see their season end. But again, the Three Lakes Blue Jays coming in to this one, the underdog. They're 20-5 on the year, but they are for sure the team to look for, obviously, with just a couple of games left. Their only losses this year were to Wabeno Leona, Rhinelander. They lost to 11 Crandon, who won the conference. They lost by 3 to Crandon, and then they lost to Crandon by 14 to end the regular season. They lost to Wabeno Leona twice and Crandon twice. Those are your 2 conference losses to go along with the loss to Rhinelander. Other than that, I mean, between Lakeland, took Lakeland down to the wire, beat Lakeland 62-60, and a couple of just very impressive games, 85-6 over White Lake, 68-5 over White Lake. They played Rhinelander twice. They beat Rhinelander by 12 to end the year, or near the end of the year. They lost Rhinelander by 11 to begin the season. So again, appreciate everyone tuning in here tonight, including Bryce Rasmussen. Thanks for tuning in, Bryce. We got 3 other games going on around the Zaleski Sports Network. Neilsville is at St. Croix Central, pardon me. Port Edwards is at Wazeeka Steuben. Hurley is at Edgar. So good crowds watching all around. Good crowd. Made the trip over from Port Edwards. A lot of people from Port Edwards. And hats off to Vinny Villarreal. Vinny Villarreal and Mike Wenlet taking the trip down to Wazeeka Steuben as the Hornets and the Blackhawks play that one. The winner will take on Royal or Eau Claire Emmanuel. So We'll keep an eye on all those games and ours as well. Division 5 State Championship. We'll have more from the La Crosse Center right after this.
Snow piles up quickly. Remove it just as quickly with Kubota subcompact and compact tractors. Our #1 selling tractors are built to take on winter with front and rear mount snow blowers, blades, and rotary sweepers. Get select Kubota subcompact or compact tractors for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months and save $1,000. See your local Kubota dealer today.
Your local Kubota dealer is Chili Implement, located 1 mile north of Highway 10 in Chili.
Welcome back to the La Crosse Center in the Chili Implement pregame show. About 2.5 minutes, as you can see, before we get the game underway. And Sydney Lurvey, the 5'7" senior for Three Lakes, Coach George Lurvey's daughter, as she was unconscious from beyond the arc in warm-ups just now. Gonna be a big crowd. A lot from Assumption. A lot from Wisconsin Rapids showed up. A great crowd from Three Lakes showed up and willed their team, of course, to that upset win over the Blackhawk Warriors. But a good crowd here from Wisconsin Rapids as well. The Assumption Royals looking for state championship number 3. They won in 2013 and 2016. This is their first trip since then. And Three Lakes, their first trip since 1999. Looking for that first girls state championship here tonight. So, again, just sit back, relax, have 4 screens up. We got them all for you at the Zaleski Sports Network. The main key for me is, I think, anyway, Emily Bowen has to stay out of foul trouble, which she has done very well the last 3 games, the sectionals plus here now. And then got to guard the three-pointer. Blackhawk sat back in their 2-3 zone, let and willed Three Lakes to shoot the three-pointer. And as mentioned, Three Lakes was 7 of 14 in the first half against Blackhawk, propelling them to a state championship berth. So you might hear the Three Lakes crowd behind us. They're behind us. Assumption is in front of us. Assumption is the home team. They'll be working from left to right to start, and they will be right in front of us in the second half to see if they can secure that state championship. We'll send it over to our PA announcer and Izzy Youngworth and Maria Hartley for our national anthem here from the La Crosse Center in downtown La Crosse. Should be a good game. Sit back, relax, and enjoy it. It is the Assumption Royals and the Three Lakes Blue Jays Division 5 State Championship game. 36 minutes to decide a winner here with a gold ball on the line. We'll send over our PA announcer for Maria Hartley and Izzy Youngworth for our national anthem. As they have done all year long. Beautifully done by Maria Hartley and Izzy Youngworth. We go first through the starting lineups for the Three Lakes Blue Jays, head coached by George Lurvey. 5'2" junior Kara Sawinski. 6' junior Mary Zeus. 5'7" senior Taylor Calling, 5'7" senior Sydney Lurvy, and 5'11" senior Emily Fink. Make sure we get pronunciations right before we continue, of course. Kara Sawinski, Mari, so it goes Sawinski, Zeus, Calling, Lurvy, and Fink for the Three Lakes Blue Jays. For the Assumption Royals, going with their starting five, it's worked. 5'3" senior, number 14, Sammy Nelson. 5'7" sophomore, Kristen Casey. 5'5" junior, number 30, Ayanara San Rosas. 5'11" senior, Jesse Grundhofer. And a 6'4" senior, number 54, Emily Bone. So again, Nelson, Casey, San Rosas, Grundhofer, and Bone for Coach Klein here in this Division 5 state championship game. It is going to be a good one here from we will check in St. Croix Central and Neelsville tied at 2. Wazeeka up 7 on Port. Edgar up 9 on Hurley. And we are about to get underway here in La Crosse, and we are underway. Division 5 state championship game. Kristen Casey to the top of the key and throws it right into the hands of Fink. Early turnover by the Royals. Skips it up to Lurvy. Swings it back around top of the key. Sawinski. Swinski swings it back to Lurvy. They're not going to let Lurvy have those open three-pointers. Swings it back around to Sawinski. Sawinski near the center circle. Over to Lurvy. Down low to Fink. Fink kicks it back out. Three-pointer right side open. Got it! Taylor Calling for three. And Three Lakes on the board early. 3-0 Blue Jays. That is one tough spot for the Royals. They only shot one three-pointer and an early foul on Mari Zeus. That's her first. She fouled out of the semifinal game. Zeus fouled out of that semifinal game, but again, Assumption only shot 3 three-pointers, made 1 against McDowell. Back out to Ayanara. She goes baseline, floater along the baseline and knocks it down. Ayanara San Rosas skips it up quickly to Lurvy. She goes baseline. She's going to get fouled. Good foul by Kristen Casey, but the Royals have to get back defensively, and that's exactly what Three Lakes wants to do, is to push the basketball against this Assumption team. Lurvy to the line for 2 free throws. She shoots 59%, misses the first one. Got a box out. Second one is good. 4-2. Three Lakes on top quickly. Again, Assumption can score with the best of them. Grundhofer on the right side. Swings over to Sammy Nelson, right baseline. Kicks back over to Grundhofer. Line drive pass to Bone. Bone back out to Nelson. Nelson to Bone. Right hand up and in. Beautifully done. High-low, or post action for Assumption to perfection. Again, Sawinski, we saw this on tape. We saw it against Blackhawks. Sawinski struggles dribbling with the left hand. Lurvy with it now, back up to Sawinski. Sawinski drives with the right hand. Back out to Lurvy. Lurvy down to Fink. Fink, runner, can't get his go. Offensive rebound, tipped away. Lurvy right to her and knocks it down. Sydney Lurvy with 2. 6-4. Three Lakes on top. Ayanara with it on the right wing. Dribbles out of it. Picks up her dribble over to Kristen Casey. Casey looking down to Grundhofer. You can see what the Assumption Royals wanted to do early. Go down low. Top of the key, Kristen Casey. Down to Emily Bowen. Right through her hands, right hand, up and in. Can't get it to go. A lot of contact down there, but no foul called. Swinski with it out. Dribbles for a second with that left hand, and Ionara picks up the foul. Tried to reach through against the... Tried to reach through on the Swinski. That couldn't... That struggles with the left hand. Lurvy to inbound. Front court to the back court to Swinski. Again, they are begging Swinski to dribble with that left hand. Hasn't done so far. Three-pointer. Didn't pull the trigger. Fink with it now on the left baseline. Back over to Calling. Near side Swinski. Swinski at the top of the key near the center circle. Picks up her dribble. Down low, back over. Three-pointer Calling. Set that one up and off the fingertips of Zeus, and it'll be out of bounds back to the Royals. 15:05 to go. There was about 11 minutes in the first half of the first game, and Assumption, it was 4-4, so a little bit more scoring early on, and Assumption's going to have to keep pace. 15 minutes to go in the first half. 6-4, Three Lakes. Ionara with it now. Back over to Sammy Nelson. Nelson over to Ionara on the left wing. Ionara over to Sammy Nelson. Kristen Casey with it. Jesse Grundhofer subbed in for Emily Bone on that last change of possession. Nelson with it over to Ionara. Ionara dribbles between the legs and around the back. Kicks it over to Izzy Youngworth. Youngworth hands it off to Kristen Casey. Over to Ionara. NBA three. Got it! Ionara! NBA range three for the junior. And the Royals on top 7-6. Calling with it now. Swings it back around to Swinski. Into Zeus. Back to Swinski on the left side. Dribbles with the right hand. Ionara's got to be smart. She's got a foul already. Left hand up and can't get it to go. Tipped around. Fought for. And into the hands of Lurie. Swinski back with it. Again, Assumption struggling on the defensive board so far. Zeus with it now. Ionara's got to be smart. Long range three. Right back at it. And Calling knocks down the three. Taylor Calling for three. And it's 9-7. Sammy Nelson with it at the top of the key. Up to Izzy Youngworth. Over to Ionara. Ionara to Jesse Grundhofer. Grundhofer over to Sammy Nelson on the left wing. Left baseline wing. Back over to Kristen Casey at the top of the key. Kayla Kirkman getting ready to check in for the Royals. Ionara looking down low to Jesse Grundhofer, unable to. Now they get it to her. Left hand up and won't go, but she'll go to line for two. See if that's on Zeus or if that is on Fink. And a TV timeout coming. 6.5 minutes gone by. First half, 5.5 minutes, 9-7. Blue Jays back to lacrosse right after this.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Assumption, Columbus, Newman, and Pacelli Catholic schools. Built on family values and reinforced by faith, our schools foster academic excellence and prepare students for lifelong success. Smaller class sizes, individualized support, and diverse opportunities provides for a well-rounded education. Schedule a tour and find out if you qualify for financial assistance or free tuition with Wisconsin Parental Choice. Visit us today at Assumption, Columbus, Newman, and Pacelli Catholic Schools.
Welcome back to lacrosse as the Three Lakes Blue Jays on top 9-7. Jesse Grundhofer will be going to the line for a pair of free throws after drawing the foul on her drive with the left hand. That was on Zeus. That is her second foul already. Again, she fouled out of the first game in their win over Blackhawks. So we'll see how Assumption attacks back at her here against the zone, as she is still in the ballgame. So Emily Bone checks back in. Kayla Kirkman did check in for Sammy Nelson. Grundhofer to the line. First one for Grundhofer is good, even with the buzzer sounding. Grundhofer's second one is up and it is good. Good looking shot for the senior. And we're tied back up at 9. Sawinski with it again. Three Lakes only went 7-2 deep on their bench in their win over. She traveled with it. In their win over Blackhawks, Zeus will check out of the basketball game. In for Sarah Garzinski. Sarah had a nice game. She had a big and one against Blackhawk right down the stretch. So the sophomore got some good minutes. Emily Bones stepped through over to Izzy Youngworth. Youngworth over to Grundhofer on the left wing. Back over to Youngworth, cutting Grundhofer left hand, and she'll go to the line back for 2 more. She's done that all year long, ladies and gentlemen. She goes with the left hand, skips it underneath, and forces the defense to try and knock it away or foul her. First one for Jess is left short. Bounce around and off. Foul went on Fink. That's her first. Team's third. Jess's second one is perfect. 10-9, Royals on top. Division 5 state championship game right here at Zaleski Sports. Sawinski with it, nearly poked away by Jesse Grundhofer. Again, INR with the foul for the Royals. Down low, kicked away by Youngworth. She comes away with it, and a turnover by Three Lakes. INR across the timeline on the left side, picks up her dribble over to Izzy Youngworth. Top of the key, dribbles to the top of the key. Over to Kayla Kirkman on the right wing. Kirkman over to Youngworth. Youngworth looking down to Bone. Bone receives it from Kirkman, right hand up and in. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful move by Emily Bone. She got the defender on her back. She backed him in, turned with that right hand, and that is an all-day thing for Emily Bone. Nearly poked away by INR. It is poked away, but out of bounds. It'll stay with the Blue Jays. 12:06 to go in the first half. Assumption leads 12-9. They led 33-19 with about 9 minutes left in their sectionals or in their state semifinal. Lurie with a floater, can't get it to go. Fought for by Grundhofer. Up to INR. They got numbers if they push. She steps through, left hand floater, left way short. That was good defensive effort there by Three Lakes, knowing that she loves that Euro step and got in her way just enough. Sawinski with it. Up to Garzinski. Swings it around and poked away. Izzy Youngworth with it. One-handed pass up to INR. Lurie behind her. Left hand. Can't get it to go. Again, she struggled with that in the first half of the first game as Sawinski dribbles out of danger. Swings it around to Calling. She's got a pair of three-pointers in this first half. Picks up her dribble over to Sawinski near the center circle. Dribbles with the right hand. Again, not a strong left-handed dribbler. And left hand. Nice move there by Garzinski. The 6-foot junior. Back to a 1-point Assumption lead. Jesse Grundhofer steps through, doesn't get the call that time. Rebounded by Calling. Calling hands it off to Sawinski, who crossed the timeline. 10:50 to go first half. 12-11. Assumption on top. Sawinski dribbles through, and she stepped through and traveled with it. 10:47 to go, and that will take us to another media timeout. It is Assumption 12 and the Three Lakes Blue Jays 11. Back to lacrosse right after this.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
Snow piles up quickly. Remove it just as quickly with Kubota subcompact and compact tractors. Our #1 selling tractors are built to take on winter with front and rear mount snow blowers, blades, and rotary sweepers. Get select Kubota subcompact or compact tractors for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months and save $1,000. See your local Kubota dealer today.
Your local Kubota dealer is Chili Implement, located 1 mile north of Highway 10 in Chili.
Welcome back to lacrosse as the Assumption Royals will have the basketball working from left to right. They lead by 1 with 10:47 to go as the Royals will be with it. Ionara sends Hirosas across the timeline on the left side. Over to Izzy Youngworth on the just right of the circle. Grundhofer back over to Youngworth. Youngworth over to Grundhofer, three-pointer, top of the key, just off the mark. Good box out there by the Three Lakes, Molly Garzinski. Sawinski will cross the timeline, pick up her dribble into Calling. Calling dribbles it back out over to Lurvy. Sawinski near the NBA line, didn't pull the trigger. Sawinski back over to Calling. Calling again, Taylor's got 2 3-pointers in this first half. INR's got to be smart. Sawinski with it now, floater right hand off the mark. Fought for, Emily Bone with the rebound. And good smart rebound there and good take rebound by Emily Bone. INR pushes it up. Kayla Kirkman dribbles into lane, got it poked away, ball's on the floor. And good hustle by Jesse Grunhofer to get on the floor to cause the jump ball. 9:53 to go in the first half. And Kristen Casey will check in for Emily Bone. Coach Klein yelling out a defensive alignment, defensive play. Kayla Kirkman with the steal. She's going to get fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2. Beautiful job by Kayla Kirkman to get the turnover, or get the steal, and then draw the foul. Lurvy picks up her first. First one for Kirkman is good. (13-11) Royals. Kirkman's second one is up, and it is perfect. 2 for 2 from Kayla Kirkman. Royals up 3. Push it up to Sawinski. She dribbles out of it. Kristen Casey stepped on the line. Good hustle by the Royals. But Three Lakes pushing it up against this Royals defensive pressure and almost turned it away. Lurvy to inbound. Inbounds it up to Garzinski. Back to Lurvy. Lurvy doesn't want to handle the basketball. Swings it back around. Back over to Taylor Calling. Calling nearly poked wide by Youngworth. Picks up her dribble over to Lurvy. Lurvy looking down. And good defense there, right hand. Great job by Jesse Grundhofer against Molly Garzinski, the 6'1 junior. Izzy Youngworth with it quickly on the right side. Picks up her dribble down to Grundhofer. Grundhofer left hand, up and in. Jesse Grundhofer for 2 more. Royals up 5 with 9 minutes to go halfway through this first half. Youngworth's got to be smart, trying to reach for that basketball. Right in front of us, Calling. Over to Sawinski on the right side. Assumption going into a man, and Kayla Kirkman comes away with the steal. Kirkman coast to coast, left hand, up and in. Kayla Kirkman for 2. And timeout, Three Lakes. Royals 18 and Three Lakes 11. Kayla Kirkman, another spark for the Royals. Timeout for Three Lakes. We like to hear from our friends over at Rapid Sheet Metal. Nobody enjoys being without comfort, even so on the coldest time of the year. When your furnace is giving you trouble, give the pros at Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling a call for furnace service at Wisconsin Rapids. We'll be there rapidly to figure out and take care of the trouble, and we'll get the comfort working again rapidly. Call Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling at 715-301-0256 and visit online at rapidsheetmetal.com. Give a big shout out to the folks over at Rapid Sheet Metal. Been a good sponsor all year long for us here at Zaleski Sports, following this Assumption girls basketball team. Looking to cap this crazy season off with a state championship. Sawinski with it. Man-to-man defense. Now back into zone. That Emily Bone checked in. Threw it away. Sammy Nelson with it. Sammy dribbles through. Kristen Casey nearly lost it. Over to Nelson. Goes baseline. Dribbles it out. Smartly for the Royals. Down to Emily Bone. Bone over to Grundhofer. Steps into a 3. Left side. Got it! Jesse Grundhofer! Royals up 10. Here in the first half. 8:10 to go. Right side, Lurvy. Dribbles. Nice job by Emily Bone blocking it on the drive. Just getting that paw on the basketball. Down low, nobody saw her and lays it in. Molly Garzinski for 2, and Coach Klein takes a 30-second timeout. And we will keep it right here again. Drexler has flatbed driving opportunities that pay you a 5-cent per mile premium over Vantage. Drexler Transport drivers are always home for the requested time off. Drexler Transport is a family-oriented company that treats you like family. Visit DrexlerTransport.com to apply today. Again, that was just miscommunication, broken down defense. And Molly Garzinski was able to lay it in with ease. 8:02 to go in the first half. Assumption leads 21-13. Get you some scores, other scores around the Selesky Sports Network here. At halftime down in Wazeeka, 19-14 Hornets over the Blackhawks. St. Croix Central up 20-11 over Neilsville. Edgar down 2 now against Hurley. Ionara over the top to Jesse Grundhofer. Grundhofer down to Bone. She steps through. She's going to draw the foul and go to line for 2 more free throws. Again, so hard to guard 6'4". And she'll go back to line for 2. She was pretty good in that first game. 3 for 4 in the first half, 0 for 2 in the second half. Bone's first one rattles in there. Foul goes on Garzinski. Second one for Emily is left short. Rebound taken by Fink. Sawinski with it now, across the timeline on the right side. Again, she can't go left as Ionara pushes her left. There you go. Make her dribble with her left hand. Swings it around to Calling. Calling with the right hand. Swings it back around to Lurvy. Lurvy has been quiet here in the first half. Over to Sawinski. Sawinski down low to Garzinski. Garzinski right hand. And a foul on Assumption. I don't know if that's going to be on Emily Bowen. That's nothing she can do. And it will be on Emily Bowen, her first. Molly Garzinski to line for 2 free throws for the 6-foot senior. And the first one doesn't touch the rim and goes in. 7:27 to go. Second one's high arcing, left short, but gets the friendly roll. 22-15, Assumption on top. Ionara with it now. Starters in for the Royals. Sammy Nelson on the right side. Grundhofer over to San Rosas. Ionara dribbles out of it. Again, they are just packing the lane. Kristen Casey into Jesse Grundhofer. Left baseline, up and in. Jesse Grundhofer, again, a beautiful move. Having herself a phenomenal career in her final game as an Assumption Royal. Win, lose, or draw here tonight. Swings around to Calling. Calling down low. Left hand up and can't get it to go. Offense rebound, and that foul should go on Jesse Grundhofer. We'll see if they give it to her or not. That would be a big second foul. And Emily Bowen picks up her second. That's something that Emily has done very well through the sectionals and now into the state tournament. Has been staying out of foul trouble as Fink will go to line for 2 free throws, and the first one is good. Youngworth checks back in for Assumption. Now the Blue Jays with a height advantage here for most likely the last 7 minutes of this ball game, or in the last 7 minutes of the first half. And it rolls in there. Fink hits 2. And now 3/4 court pressure put on by Three Lakes. Ionara picks up her dribble over to Sammy Nelson. Nelson dribbling out of it. And timeout taken by Coach Klein. 30-second timeout, back to lacrosse right after this.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love Home Furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Assumption very close to that 10-second call. Coach Klein taking a timeout just in time. As again, Emily Bone will be sidelined for most likely the rest of this half. With 6:43 to go in the half, she's got 2 fouls. Kristen Casey to inbound right in front of us here. Ayanara with it now. Fink will be guarding her. Picks up her dribble. Swings it over to Youngworth near the timeline. They get into the front court. Ayanara dribbling against Sawinski. She throws it up with the left hand and somehow gets it to go. Ayanara Sansi puts the Royals back up 26-17. Lurvy with it now. Lurvy on the right side over to Calling. Man-to-man defense. Calling gets by. Throws it down to Garzinski. Just able to keep that pivot foot. Back down to Garzinski. Goes into the lane. Can't get his goal. Push from behind was Grunhofer. Fink can't finish. And right hand. And Grunhofer was blocked Fink, but gets called for the foul. Emily Fink wanting it much more than the Royals right now in their couple of possessions. Royals up 9. Team foul number 5 on the Royals as Emily Bone will check in, but after this immediate timeout. 26-17 Royals. Back to lacrosse after this.
Why am I an orthopedic surgeon? It's a great question. It was nothing I planned. I actually am a Spanish major. Went back to school and became a physical therapist. That was okay, but I decided to go back to school and become the surgeon. I think the biggest thing when you're talking to the patient is if you can relate to them, number one. Number two is if you can teach them what the problem is. If you can teach them what the problem is, they're going to do fine. They're going to learn what it is, they're going to figure out how to fix it, and then they're going to adapt. There's days when things don't work out and things are harder than others, but clearly you're here for one reason and you're not here for you. You're here for the patient that comes in. Healthcare is kind of like going to the supper club in Wisconsin. You always feel like you need to travel to get a better Friday fish fry or to get the prime rib on Saturday, but really here we have everything under the same roof. We have everything within a hospital that, quite frankly, is rated in the top 2 hospitals in the state for joint replacements. We have hospitals coming to us to ask how we do joint replacements, how we solve the problem, how we get patients motivated and moving with very low risk and very low complication rates. And our outcomes are much better.
Under 6 minutes to go here in lacrosse in the first half. Fink will go to line for 2 free throws as they put the players back up on the lane line. Emily Bone checked back in. Zeus also checked in. She's got 2 fouls. Fink to line for 2. She was perfect in her first trip and rims that one out. Again, that's got to take your concentration as well. You're ready to go shoot a free throw. They buzz you on the scorer's table. Second one for Fink is up, and it is good. We'll see how aggressive Three Lakes is going up against Emily Bone, who's got a couple fouls. Ayanara up to Kristen Casey. Casey over to Ayanara. Sends Rosas top of the key. Swings it around to Kristen Casey. Casey looking over to Ayanara. Left side. She hit an NBA 3 earlier in this half. Casey with it. Over to Ayanara on the left side, pardon me. Dribbles around over to Sammy Nelson on the right baseline. Over to Ayanara. Sends Rosas over to Kristen Casey. Izzy Youngworth back on the left side. One-handed pass up to Sammy Nelson. Over to Ayanara, looking down low to Emily Bone. Gets double-teamed, gets triple-teamed. Ayanara back with it on the right side. 5:15 to go, first half. 26-18 Royals on top. Good defensive stretch here for Three Lakes. Ayanara back with it on the right side. Dribbles out of it. One-handed pass over to Sammy Nelson, just able to tiptoe the sideline. Back over to Kristen Casey. Casey into Youngworth. Youngworth down to Bone. Bone right hand up and in. Emily Bone for 2. As soon as Coach Klein yelled something to Youngworth, she cut baseline. Beautiful pass, and then she passed it right back to Emily Bone. 10-point lead back for the Royals. Sawinski with it. Hands off to Calling. Calling gets 3 screens. Back over to Lurvy on the right side. Sawinski back with it. Swings over to Calling. Calling goes right baseline, working on Sammy Nelson. right to Fink. And that one got poked away by Kristen Casey, and a jump ball will go back to the Royals. Nice job by Izzy Youngworth, Kristen Casey, and company as Kayla Kirkman checks back in for Sammy Nelson and Izzy Youngworth. 1-2-1-1, full court press put on by Three Lakes. Ionara with it, gets trapped right away, up to Jessie Grundhofer as she mistimed her jump and turns it over. Sawinski up to Lurvy, quick release three-pointer, can't get it to go, fought for, and Grundhofer comes away with the rebound. Kayla Kirkman with it now. Don't let this pressure get set up. Kirkman with it over to Ionara. Sends Rosas on the right side. One-hand pass over to Kristen Casey. Casey with it. Just methodically dribbling it out. Kirkman over to Ionara. Down to Emily Bone. Bone back over to Kristen Casey. She lets the three fly, and yes, sir! Kristen Casey for three! Kristen doesn't shoot a lot of them, but man, oh man, she gets the job done wide open. And they have to start, they got to start respecting her shot. Sawinski down to Fink. Got to let her have it. Don't foul. And Fink lays it in. 31-20, 3:15 to go. INR with it. Dribbles right through the defense. Down to Emily Bone. Right hand blocked by Lurvy, but she stepped out of bounds, came back in, and was the first one to touch it. 31-20. Royals on top. Kristen Casey came in at one point to just 18% from beyond the arc. Kristen Casey waiting her turn. Jessie Grundhofer steps through. Got it poked away again. Up to Sawinski. Poked from behind by Kristen Casey, and Casey saves it, and Grundhofer comes away with it. Beautiful hustle by Kristen Casey. INR in the front court, pushing it up quickly. Steps through, floater with the left hand and left short. Emily Bone's got to be smart, and Zeus comes away with the rebound. 2:45 to go, first half. 31-20 Royals. Back into the front court. Down to Zeus. Zeus, right hand, can't get it to go, and over the back, foul. Kristen Casey getting the job done for the Royals. Fink will pick up the foul. That'll be her second. Next foul puts the Royals in the penalty, and a immediate timeout coming here with 2:40 to go. Royals up 11. Back to lacrosse right after this.
Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Experience your choice to learn with small, in-person classes, online classes, and innovative technology classes. Your choice of school to career or career to career support. Your choice to get started here and transfer as a junior to all UW colleges or with an associate degree in one of our 60 in-demand programs. Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Get started at mstc.edu.
Premier Realty Group is the #1 selling real estate team in the Wisconsin Rapids area 3 years running. Every listing at Premier Realty Group includes 4K cinematic videos, professional photography, 3D Matterport virtual tours, and more. Nobody sells more homes than Premier Realty Group. Call 715-424-0000. That's 424-0000 today.
2:40 to go, first half. Kristen Casey coming through big the last couple of minutes for the Royals. They lead by 11 with 2:40 to go. Fink with 2 fouls, Zeus with 2 fouls, Lurvy with 1. Grundhofer comes into the middle. Back over to Ionara in the front court. Over to Kristen Casey on the right side. Casey dribbles it out, swings it around to Ionara. San Zerosas. Ionara has been phenomenal since being able to play on varsity this year for the Royals. San Zerosas with it, picks up her dribble over to Jessie Grundhofer. Left baseline. Swings back around to Ionara. Sends Rosas all the way into the lane. Throws it up left hand and got it to go. My goodness, another circus shot for Ionara. The Royals up 13. Ionara to scoop and throw it up there, and she gets it to roll in. Right side over to Lurvy, and a foul on Grundhofer. That'll be her second. Team foul number 6. So Grundhofer and Bone both with 2 fouls with 2:01 to go. Izzy Youngworth checks in for Emily Bone. And we'll have to talk to Coach Klein about going man-to-man here, because they have done it here in the last 10 minutes or so to pretty good success. Calling with it, down to Fink. Fink got it poked away, ball's on the ground, and it's a jump ball. It'll stay with 3 legs, but scrappy again. And all Jesse Grunhofer did was put her hands up and let Izzy Youngworth go at it. Calling three-pointer right baseline and knocks it down. Taylor Calling with 9. She's got 3 3-pointers here in the first half. Ionara able to cross the timeline up to Izzy Youngworth. Youngworth dribbles it out over to Kayla Kirkman, and she took an extra step. 10-point game as Garzinski, I believe. Sarah Garzinski checks in for Zeus. 10-point game, 96 seconds to go, first half. Lurvy with it, working on Kristen Casey. Lurvy, a lot of body, able to throw it up to Fink. Fink back out to Lurvy, lets a long 3 fly off the back bracket. Another great rebound there. It's out of bounds. It'll go to the Royals. Again, another good box out by Jesse Grunhofer with 1:24 to go. Royals lead 33-23. Youngworth up to Kirkman on the right side. Kirkman mishandles the ball, slipped out of her hands on the pass. Another turnover for the Royals. 1:17 to go. Full court pressure put back on by the Royals. Fink to inbound. Baseline or right to our left. Or excuse me, baseline left to our right. Riding her the whole way, and Kristen Casey picks up the foul as Lurvy will go to line for 1 and 1. Kristen Casey picks up her second to line for 1 and 1. Lurvy on the day, 1 for 2. First one for Lurvy is up, and it is no good. Again, an offensive rebound. Right hand up and in. 2 more for Sarah Garzinski. And Izzy Youngworth able to corral it. Under a minute to go, first half. Kristen Casey with it on the right side. Swings over to Jesse Grunhofer. Takes one dribble, back over to Kristen Casey. Casey, crossover, one-handed pass over to Kirkman. Kirkman over to Casey, over to Ionara. Thought about the 3, puts it down. 40 seconds to go. First half, Kirkman on the right side. Back over to Youngworth on the right wing. Over to Jesse Grunhofer, left side, all beyond the 3-point line. Kirkman with it now, picks up her dribble over to Youngworth. Under 30 seconds to go. Ionara running the offense over to Kristen Casey. Casey gets double teamed with Sawinski. Kayla Kirkman with it now. Back over to Kristen Casey. 15 seconds left. Poked out of bounds by Lurvy. It'll stay with the Royals with 14.4 to go. Emily Bone will check in for the Assumption Royals. She'll check in for Izzy Youngworth. We've seen this play run a lot out of that side out of bounds. 33-25. Ionara with it now. Inbounded. Ionara with it. Dribbles out behind Lurvy. Over to Kirkman. Kirkman down to Bone. Bone gets double teamed. Steps right through and can't finish it. Lurvy with it. Sawinski with 2 seconds. Throws it up there, and that will end the first half here from La Crosse. 18 minutes done. Royals lead 33-25. We'll hear from our sponsors. Come back. Get you ready for half number 2. Royals lead by 8.
When you want to win, you look for an expert. When you want an expert to look after your vehicle, you do the same. Sherrill Tire and Service Center will treat you with respect and remove the stress and anxiety of having your vehicle serviced or repaired. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will help you understand what you need.
Sherrill Tire and Service, get your car done right.
At V&H Automotive, you'll get the best price and best selection on all Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, and Jeep models guaranteed. At V&H, our friendly staff is always ready, here to serve you. No pressure, no gimmicks, just great deals, great service, and the best vehicles in central Wisconsin. Come see why our customers rate us #1.
V&H Automotive, a short drive from anywhere, or visit us at vhautos.com.
Jason Zaleski here to tell you that Hewitt's Meat has you covered with simple, easy, and free home delivery. Residents of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin get free, that's right, free delivery on every order from Hewitt'sMeats.com. Choose from bratwurst, wieners, bacon, jerky, sausage, cheeses, ham, snack sticks, gift boxes, and even the popular grillers. With over 50 flavors of bratwurst, Hewitt's Meat with free delivery will please your entire family. Visit the store in Tomahawk, Marshfield, or Hewitt's Meat on Facebook today.
A rogue virus, no jobs, sky-high tuition debt. Life is trying to put our generation on the sidelines. But we refuse to just sit back and watch it pass us by. Instead, watch us fly ahead. Watch us overcome anything. Watch us rise. Watch us change our world. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Are you in the market for a new vehicle? Do you work in the medical field? We at Wheelers want to thank you by offering the supplier pricing for everyone. If you are a firefighter, EMT, police officer, nurse, if you're in the medical field, stop on down and talk to one of our sales consultants and see how you can take advantage of the great rebates on supplier pricing at Wheeler Chevrolet.
Welcome back to lacrosse as the Assumption Royals lead 33-25 at halftime. Go through some first half scoring here for the Assumption Royals, and it has been a pretty nice first half for the Royals. Couple of foul trouble on both sides, but a little foul trouble on both sides. Go through some first half scoring. First for the Assumption Royals, Kayla Kirkman with 4. Kristen Casey, a big three-pointer. She's got 3. INR with 9. Jesse Grundhofer with 10. And Emily Bone with 7. INR picked up an early foul. She has not had a foul since. She's got 1. Kristen Casey with 2. Emily Bone and Jesse Grundhofer both with a pair. For the Three Lakes Blue Jays, Maddie Garzinski with 4. Taylor Calling with 9. She's hit the 3-pointers. She's hit the 3 3-pointers that Three Lakes has. Sydney Lurvey's got 3. Emily Fink has 5. And Sarah Garzinski with 4. That is your first half scoring for Three Lakes. So, again, it's been a roller coaster of a year for the Assumption Royals, as it has for every team. But the Royals have gone through 2 quarantines. Game back, the calendar flipped to 2021. And they have been on fire ever since. Just going through right now, they have won now 12 of 14 games here in 2021 and 13 of 16 overall. They had lost to Rhinelander. Coach Klein, Coach Jake Lindsay, and Coach Baltz all said that was a turning point in the year. After they lost, they realized that they have something special and put the pressure back on teams and really took it to some of the teams that they played after that. Their losses to Adams Friendship and Stratford. They lost to Stratford, a big one, 22 points, but that propelled them into their run in the postseason. As a team, 12 of 21 from the field, 57%. And for Three Lakes, 8 of 21, 38%. Three Lakes, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. Assumption only shot 4 3-pointers. They've hit 3, 6 of 8 from the line. Three Lakes, 6 of 9 from the line. The Blue Jays, 9 turnovers. Assumption with 5. And Assumption has turned those 9 turnovers into 10 points. So it's going to be a good second half. Taking a look at some scores, other scores from around the Zaleski Sports Network. St. Croix Central, 35. Neilsville, 14. That's about 13 and a half minutes to go in that second half. Port Edwards down 8 to Wazeeka Steuben with 6:47 to go. Edgar up 27-21 on Hurley. Hurley had come all the way back and actually tied that game. And just like that, Hurley's going to go a line for 3 free throws after a foul on a 3-pointer. And then, of course, our game here, 33-25. 25. You saw the Wheelers commercial right before we came back from halftime. Can't thank Wheelers enough. I mean, they helped us out, got us a beautiful 2019 Chevy Equinox, and my mom's got one. She loves it. This one that we have, that we drove down here, Jason and I will be back at the dealership tonight. You'll be able to drive it first thing tomorrow morning. So go over there and tell them that you heard about it at Zaleski Sports, and just thank them for allowing us to take some test drives, especially down here to La Crosse. Beautiful, easy, smooth drive. Connects your AirPlay, CarPlay, whatever it is. Once you plug your phone in, will help you navigate around town and just get you to where you need to be when you need to be there. And again, can't thank Wheelers enough. Beautiful 2019 Chevy Equinox. Take it for a test drive tomorrow morning, first thing, Friday morning at Wheelers in Wisconsin Rapids. 3:10 to go before we get you ready for half number 2. Get you ready for half number 2 here from the La Crosse Center. Division 4 will be here tomorrow. Get you going through that a little bit. Division 4 here tomorrow. Division 3 is over in Oshkosh, and then Division 2 will be right here as well. So 2, 4, and 5 here in La Crosse. 1 and 3 over in Oshkosh at the Menominee Nation Arena, where the Wisconsin Herd play. Got to check those games out. They playing with the old Mecca gym floor. It's going to be pretty cool. Pretty cool down there. But tomorrow, starting right at 9:05, Michigan will take on Fall Creek. Michigan number 1 seed, Fall Creek the number 4. Bangor number 2 seed. They take on the Pointers from Mineral Point. Division 3, La Crosse Aquinas will take on Westfield. Lake Mills will take on Howard's Grove. Those are the games tomorrow. And then on Saturday, Notre Dame will take on Onalaska. Notre Dame is a fun team to watch. New Berlin Eisenhower will take on Reedsburg. And then to cap it all off, Germantown will take on Verona. Verona only 12 games this year. They are in a state semifinal. Hudson will take on Franklin. All those games, you can head over to WIAA.org to check those out under the girls basketball tournament page on their website. We're going to take a quick break here from a couple more of our sponsors. Get you ready. Half number 2 coming up from the La Crosse Center State Championship Division 5. Back with the call right after this.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Valley Communities Credit Union wants you to know that buying a home has never been easier.
With mortgage rates as low as 2.49% APR, financing your home has never been more affordable.
With Valley Communities Credit Union, we have low closing costs, local servicing, and underwriting.
We will make it simple and secure from beginning to end.
Call, click, or visit one of our 5 locations
and let our team show you why membership matters at VCCU.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Assumption, Columbus, Newman, and Pacelli Catholic schools. Built on family values and reinforced by faith, our schools foster academic excellence and prepare students for lifelong success. Smaller class sizes, individualized support, and diverse opportunities provides for a well-rounded education. Schedule a tour and find out if you qualify for financial assistance or free tuition with Wisconsin Parental Choice. Visit us today at Assumption, Columbus, Newman, and Pacelli Catholic schools.
Welcome back to La Crosse. Second half just underway here. 18 minutes to decide a state champion here in La Crosse as Jesse Grundhofer, Emily Bone, Sammy Nelson, INR Sensi Rosas, Kristen Casey all into the game. The starting 5 for the Royals back in it. Sammy Nelson with it there right in front of us here. The Red Lakes will be away from us. Assumption leads by 8. Bone, Grunhofer, and Casey all with 2 fouls. And Zeus with the block. She's also got 2 fouls and almost picked up number 3 right there. Nice block by Mari Zeus for the Blue Jays. INR with it at the top of the key. Back over to Sammy Nelson. Nelson down to Grunhofer. Right hand up and in. Too easy. Just got to stay out of foul trouble, Emily, and you'll be just fine. Royals lead by 10. Sawinski with it at the top of the key. Dribbles out of it. Over to Lurvy. Lurvy on the right wing. Back over to Calling. Calling's got 3 3-pointers. Those have been the only 3s for the Blue Jays. Fink with it, picks up her dribble. Lurvy nearly poked away. Nice job by Lurvy. Blocked by Bone. Offense rebound by Fink. Over to Sawinski, left open. 3-pointer and knocks it down. 5'2" junior. Knocks down the big 3. INR with it now. Throws it up to Jesse Grunhofer. Grunhofer up to Kristen Casey. A lot of struggle around the basket on the last one. A lot of messy play down there. Bone is going to get called for a foul on the drive. See who they got for a foul. Number 2. What do we got down there with the 2? Sawinski. Bone will go to line for 2. First one for Emily, rims out halfway down and bounces out. 35-28, 16.5 to go. Second one for Bone is good. 1 for 2 from the senior as she was in the first half. 36-28, INR with 1 foul. Kristen Casey, Emily Bone, Jesse Grunhofer with 2. Down to Lurvy, and Kristen Casey comes away with it. Casey up to Sammy Nelson. Good ball defense there by the Royals. Sammy Nelson crosses the timeline, tries to one-handed no-look pass to Grunhofer and turns it over. So an empty possession for the Royals. They lead by 8, 16 minutes to go. Sawinski with it on the right side, working against Ayanara. Skips it around over to Lurvy. Lurvy to Zeus. Zeus back over to Sawinski. Sawinski drives into Mari Zeus and poked away and stolen away by Kristen Casey. Beautifully done again defensively for the Royals. They lead by 8, 15:40 to go. Ayanara has it, skips it all the way over to Kristen Casey on the left side. Looking down to Emily Bone, tipped away. Can't force it. Cannot force it. Another turnover by the Royals. Lurvy crossed the timeline. Nobody's stopping Sydney Lurvy. Swings around to Calling on the right side. Gets a screen. Skips it over to Sawinski. Man-to-man defense for the Royals. Sawinski drives. Bounce pass over to Zeus. Back over to Calling. Left open 3-pointer right side. Off the mark. Good rebound there by Jesse Grunhofer. Pushing up for Ayanara. Sansi Rosas dribbles out of it. Back over to Sammy Nelson. Baseline 3-pointer left side. Knocks it down! Sammy Nelson for 3. She's good for at least 1 per game, and that was a beautiful transition offense for the Royals. They lead by 11. Top of the key. Sawinski swings around to Lurvy. Lurvy down low. Left hand, can't get it to go. Zeus blocked by Bone. Knocked out of there. Ayanara almost comes away with it. Sawinski resets the offense for 3 Lakes. Emily Bone again trying to be as smart as she can with those 2 fouls. Kristen Casey almost picks up her 3rd foul, but will be out of bounds. And a media timeout coming here from La Crosse. We'll be back after this quick message from Bauer & Find.
Bauer & Find Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Find Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Find Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
Spectrum Benefit Solutions with offices in Wausau, Stevens Point, Wisconsin Rapids, Medford, and now in Spencer. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider, for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started today. 14:28 to go. Royals on top here in the second half. Division 5 state championship game. Winner with a gold ball, loser with a silver ball. Just passing 8 o'clock here in western Wisconsin. Steve Maves, Jason Zaleski taking highlights as the Royals and Blue Jays battle for that gold ball. Kayla Kirkman, Izzy Youngworth, Ionara Sensor Rosas, Kristen Casey, and Emily Bone for the Royals in their home white uniforms. Got Calling, got Sawinski, got Lurvy, and Ionara comes away with a steal right off the inbounds. She's going to carry it, stuck to her leg. It got pushed up against her leg, and it was a turnover. Zeus, along with Garzinski, into the game for Three Lakes. Still looking. Izzy Youngworth comes away with a steal, and it's going to be a foul on. It'd be an foul on Izzy Youngworth. Coach Klein and the coaching staff can't believe it. Both of them went for it. They dragged Izzy Youngworth down near the half-court line, but got called for the foul. Did Izzy Youngworth into Garzinski in the front court. And there, Lurvy got called for the travel. A couple of them either had Garzinski or Lurvy, and they called Lurvy with the travel. 14:22 to go, 11-point lead for Assumption. Ionara up to Izzy Youngworth along the sidelines. Emily Bone back to Ionara. Ionara working. A lot of body, a lot of pressure. Pushes up to Lurvy. Kristen Casey trying to chase her down. Sawinski lays it in with the left hand. Two more for Three Lakes. And Ionara got fouled, no call, and Emily Bone will pick up the foul. That'll be her third. Trying to help out her junior point guard, and gets called for the foul as Ionara took it to the basket again, and no call. Jesse Grunhofer checks in along with Kendall Dillman. Grunhofer with 3 fouls. Bone with 3 fouls. Zeus to inbound. Lurvy with it now. Skips up to Garzinski. Garzinski in the backcourt. Again, Garzinski's not going to dribble. Lurvy with it now. Swings it around to Calling. Calling goes baseline. Backs out of there. Again, Jess has got 2 fouls. Got to be careful as well. Lurvy left open. Gets all the way into the lane. Blocked by Bone. Just ripped it out of the air. Bone with the block. She went right at her and just took it right out of the air. Izzy Youngworth throws it out of bounds, and it's back to Three Lakes. Got to just slow down. Assumption with 5 turnovers in the last 3.5 minutes. 9-point lead for the Royals. As Sawinski pushes off a Dillman no call, gets it in the backcourt. Kendall has been a very good defender for the Royals here this year. Sawinski with a couple of nice crossovers and off of Lurvy, but she's able to regain possession. Dillman is just trying to poke it away any chance she gets. Lurvy just throws it up there. And Bone along that sideline. Garzinski took an extra step. A lot of contact. Youngworth comes away with the ball, and Lurvy's going to pick up a foul. A lot of contact, letting them play. That's what you got to do. I mean, in this point of the year, this game, got to let them play, and Lurvy picks up her second foul. Sub in for Three Lakes, number 34, Sarah Garzinski. For Mari Zeus, 39-30. A lot of turnovers here in the second half for both teams. It was 9-5 at halftime. Downloaded Emily Bone. Kayla Kirkman with it. Kirkman over to Youngworth. Down to Bone. Bone underneath. Beautiful pass to Emily Bone from Jesse Grunhofer and lays it in. And when you've played with your teammate that as long as those two have, you know exactly where they're going to be. Assumption back up 11. Swings around. Youngworth on Lurvy. Lurvy has a one-handed pass over to Sawinski. Thought about the NBA 3. Dribbles out of it. Goes baseline. Right hand just throws it up there and gets it to go. Wow. Kara's got 2 more. She's got a nice second half. She's got 11. Kendall Dillman with it. Cross-court pass. Tried to fit it into Jesse Grundhofer. Nothing doing. Dillman with it. She lets the 3 fly. Left side. Airballs it. And Bone tried to save it in. And Emily Grundhofer tried to save it in. Bone telling her freshman guard to just settle down. Settle down a little bit. 12:08 to go in the ball game. And a full timeout taken by Three Lakes. We'll be back to lacrosse right after this.
Snow piles up quickly. Remove it just as quickly with Kubota subcompact and compact tractors. Our #1 selling tractors are built to take on winter with front and rear mount snow blowers, blades, and rotary sweepers. Get select Kubota subcompact or compact tractors with 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months and save $1,000. See your local Kubota dealer today.
Your local Kubota dealer is Chili Implement, located 1 mile north of Highway 10 in Chile.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love Home Furniture. West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Here's some scores from around the Zaleski Sports Network. Edgar up 7, 43-36 with 3:30 to go. Neilsville down 30 and St. Croix. And Port Edwards down now 7 with 17 seconds left in that ball game. 41-32, Royals on top after the turnover by Assumption on their last possession. Sawinski working on Sammy Nelson, dribbles past her, dribbles out of it. Back to the 2-3 zone for the Assumption Royals. Lurvy with it. Swings around to Sawinski. Down low to Garzinski. And can't get it to go. Rebounded by Bone. Good defense again by Emily Bone, just keeping her hands straight up. INR dribbles through everybody. One-handed pass over to Kristen Casey. Down to Emily Bone. Bone left hand. Can't get it to go. And Jesse Grundhofer smartly lets the rebound go. Up to Lurvy. She steps into an NBA 3 off the mark. INR comes away with a rebound for the Royals. Sansi Rosas. Nobody stopped her. Left hand up and in. No! Offense rebound, Emily Bone. No, as it's going to be a jump ball. Emily Bone too open. And it's going to go to Three Lakes on the missed shot turnover. Just at times it can be too open as Coach Klein knocks it out of there. Gets a round of applause from everybody, Three Lakes side and the Assumption side. It is a jump ball, and it'll, again, go back to the Three Lakes Blue Jays. 11:20 to go in the ball game. As they did not switch it on the last jump ball, or they did not switch it now. Sawinski with it. I don't know if the scores table knew it was a jump ball or not. Sawinski with it on the right side. Kara swings her over. Down low, working on Bone. Gets it right back to her. Up and can't get it to go. But there's not much Emily Bone can do. She's got 4 fouls now. And the senior will have to sit the bench for quite a while. Again, just hands straight up. Hands straight up on Bone, and she gets called for the foul. Garzinski's first one is up, and it is good. Rims in there. Conversation at the scorers table as figuring out the last jump ball. As it was a jump ball, it went to Three Lakes. Has got to switch sides and go to Assumption, and now they switched it. 8-point game, 11 minutes to go. Molly Garzinski's second one is up, and it is perfect. 7-point game. Assumption's going to have to do all this work now without their 6'4 senior center. INR up to Kristen Casey, over to Izzy Youngworth. Back over to INR at the top of the key. Sansi Rosas, one-handed pass. Assumption hasn't scored in quite a while. Kristen Casey off the mark and rebounded by Garzinski. Assumption has gone cold here in the second half. 1 of 7 1 of their last 7, haven't scored in 2.5 minutes. All of their last 5. Long three-pointer off the mark. Jesse Grundhofer with the rebound. Ionara sends DeRosas working on Fink across the timeline. DeRosas over to Sammy Nelson. Nelson on the left side, looking down low to Youngworth. DeRosas at the top of the key. One-handed pass over to Grundhofer. She lets a 3 fly and knocks it down. Big three-pointer for Jesse Grundhofer on the right wing. The Royals extend it back up to 10. 10 minutes left here in the ballgame. Sawinski with it, working on Ionara. Nice hands there by Sansi Rosas, and it's going to be a foul on Ionara trying to reach for it. She'll pick up her second on the for the Royals. Inbounding in the front court. Sawinski to inbound into Fink, working on Sammy Nelson. She has a huge height advantage, but does Fink want to dribble? Top of the key to Lurvy, over to Sawinski. Sawinski sets a screen, down low to Garzinski, off the mark. Fink with an offensive rebound. Fink has done a great job on the offensive board. Lurvy just throws it up there, way off the mark, and still fought for. Ball's on the ground. NBA 3, got it! Sawinski another 3. 7-point game, and when the Royals can't rebound, things like that happen. Kristen Casey over to Izzy Youngworth. Ionara left wide open. She steps into a 3, left way short, rebounded by Fink. Sawinski with it now, working on Ionara. Sensi Rosas with 2 fouls. Working on Sawinski. Sawinski's had a nice second half. She's got 10 here in the half. Down low to Garzinski, and they can't get it to go. Fought for on the ground, and Izzy Youngworth comes away with the rebound. Hands it off to Ionara. Ionara pushing it up quickly. On the right side, she steps through, runs into Jesse Grundhofer, and she threw it up there, and another turnover on the Royals. Turnover number 12. They had 5 in the first half, and we're just halfway through the second half. Sansi Rosas running into Jesse Grundhofer on the last possession. Royals haven't scored. They had that 3 by Grundhofer, but since then, or before then, as Garzinski gets fouled, and we'll go back to the line. Molly Garzinski, the 6'1 senior, as Kayla Kirkman will check in. Royal foul number 5 on the Royals. Blue Jays with just 2. Garzinski's first one is off the mark. Kayla Kirkman will check in for Sammy Nelson. 8:33 to go. Division 5 state championship game. 3 Lakes and Assumption. Can get it within 2 possessions. Second one rattles in there. 6-point game. 3 Lakes down just 6. Grundhofer with it now. Up to the top of the key, Ionara. Sansi Rosas working on Lurvy. Lurvy gets screened by Grundhofer. Swings around to Kirkman on the left baseline. Over to Izzy Youngworth. Youngworth over to Grundhofer. Steps into a long 3 and leaves it long. Rebounded by 3 Lakes. 6-point game. 8 minutes to go. Lurvy with it now. Crosses over against Kristen Casey. Hands it off to Sawinski. She goes all the way baseline and lays it in. The junior getting it done. 4-point game. Youngworth working back over to Ionara. Ionara dribbles it up. Steps through. Gets fouled. No call. Grundhofer left hand and can't get it to go. Assumption has gone cold here in the second half with 7:30 to go. Again, Emily Bone with 4 fouls. If you're Coach Klein, when do you put her in with 4 fouls? Garzinski lays it in. Garzinski 2 more, and it's a 2-point game, and timeout taken by Coach Klein. 7:21 to go, 44-42. Royals still on top as Emily Bone gets ready to check back in. We'll be back to lacrosse right after this.
Premier Realty Group is the #1 selling real estate team in the Wisconsin Rapids area 3 years running. Every listing at Premier Realty Group includes 4K cinematic videos, professional photography, 3D Matterport virtual tours, and more. Nobody sells more homes than Premier Realty Group. Call 715-424-0000. That's 424-0000 today.
7:21 to go in the ballgame. Assumption leads by 2, but the Royals have gone 1 of their last 9, haven't scored in the last 3 minutes. And Three Lakes with that on an 8-0 run over the last 2 minutes. Wazika Steuben knocks off Port Edwards 55-47. Assumption up by 16 on Hurley now with 20 seconds left. Neelsville will fall to St. Croix. They're down by 32. Says St. Croix has doubled them up with 2 minutes to go in that ball game. Again, appreciate everyone tuning in here tonight. Whoever thought a Division V state championship game would be easy is well against their wits here. 7:20 to go in the ball game. Sammy Nelson with it. Nelson in the backcourt, dribbles out of it into Kristen Casey, just crossing the timeline. Casey on the right wing, swings over to Sammy Nelson. Sammy Nelson swings around to Kayla Kirkman, down to Emily Bone, gets triple teamed. Over to Sammy Nelson, three-pointer left side, just able to hit a little bit of iron. And now they got numbers. Lurvy working on Kirkman, and she lost it, and it's going to be out of bounds as now they were going to talk about it. Coach Klein couldn't believe it, and they said Kayla Kirkman touched it with 6:51 to go. And it's always fun to go to play against teams, go to different gyms. And offensive foul on the screen on Emily Fink. $6:49 to go. Yeah, it's always funny to go to new gyms, play against new teams who haven't seen Coach Klein coach before. Sammy Nelson gets bodied, throws it up, and a 10-second call. And it's going to be another turnover on the Royals. 6:37 to go in the ball game. Ionara checks back in for the Royals. Again, Assumption has gone cold for the last 3.5 minutes. Lurvy to inbound. Three Lakes looking to get their first lead since very, very early. Assumption with 5 team fouls. Sawinski with it. Cars had a nice second half, and that one goes out of bounds. What was that? 6, 10, 12. Sawinski with 12 here in the half. Calling checks back in. She had 9 early points. Again, in this half, it's been Sawinski and it's been Garzinski for Three Lakes. Ionara dribbles out of it. Ionara pulls down her mask, calls a play. Nelson hands it back off to Ionara. 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Kristen Casey with it. Top of the key, Jesse Grundhofer. Grundhofer looking down to Bone. Do not want to force it. Ionara working against Garzinski. Just throws it up to Nelson. Nelson turns it over, nearly turns it over, and does. Lurvy pushes it up to Sawinski, and she's going to lay it in. We got a tie ball game. The juniors had a huge second half. Ionara dribbles right through it. Grundhofer lays it, can't get it to go, but Jesse will go to line for 2. 10-0 run, 14-3 run for Three Lakes overall with 5.5 minutes to go. Jesse's first one is good. Jesse's got 14. Grundhofer's second one is perfect. Grundhofer 2 for 2 from the line. Royals back up 2. 5.5 to go. Sawinski across the timeline. Checking out this defense, calling with it now. Nearly poked away, and Ionara gets called for the foul. That's foul number 3 on San Rosas. So Emily's got 4, Jesse's got 3. Excuse me, Jesse's got 2, Ionara with 3, Kristen Casey with 2. Next foul puts Three Lakes in the penalty. Fink with it now. What a move by Emily Fink, and lays it in. Beautiful move by the senior. And we're tied back up at 46. INR dribbles through everybody. She's going to take it. Euro step, left hand, can't get it to go. Offense rebound. Emily Bone lays it in. And 1 for Emily Bone. Offense rebound huge for Bone. She draws the foul, and will go to line for +1. Huge lay-in for Emily Bone. 4:54 to go. As Ionara gets into the lane line. Grunhofer to the line for +1. Excuse me, Bone to the line for +1 and knocks it down. Zeus will check back in. .454 to go, 3-point game. Royals on top after the and one as they bring the gold and silver basketballs to the entranceway to each locker room area. Fink with it now, swings it around over to Lurvy. Lurvy to Sawinski. Sawinski's had a great second half for Three Lakes. Swings it over to Calling. Again, next foul, there's a travel. Next foul puts Three Lakes into the bonus. Zeus, left hand, can't get it to go. Emily Bone comes away with the rebound. Great job, great rebound by Emily Bone. San Rosas dribbles through everybody again. Kicks it out to Sammy Nelson, steps into a 3, right side, too strong. Kristen Casey chases it down. Long shot, long rebound with 4:10 to go. Nelson hands it off to San Rosas on the left wing. 4:05 to go. INR dribbles through. Gets all the way into lane, into Emily Bone. Bone on the right side. Into INR. She steps through, throws it up there, can't draw the foul, doesn't get the foul called on her or for her. And Lurvy, great pass up ahead, right hand up and in. Sydney Lurvy for 2. Her her first points here in the half. 1-point game, 3:40 to go. Kristen Casey over to Sammy Nelson on the left side, working on Zeus. Kristen Casey with it, looking down to Emily Bone, and Coach Klein will take a timeout. 3:33 to go in the ball game, as we like to thank our friends over at Awards and More. Awards and More is your one-stop location for awards, plaques, trophies, embroidery, screen printing, and promotional products. Awards and More is also a proud sponsor of Zaleski Sports Athlete of the Month. Visit Awards and More on Facebook to be in your next trophy order today. Your locally owned Sherrill Tire and Service Center will keep you rolling and growing by coming to you with one of our 14 farm and commercial service trucks. Find our location at SherrillTire.com. 1-point ball game here with 3:33 to go. Second half, heroes Kara Sawinski for Three Lakes. She's got 14. Molly Garzinski with 5. Sydney Lurvy with 2. And Emily Fink with 2 here in the half. For Assumption, Nelson with 3. Grunhofer with 5. Bone with 8. Casey inbound. INR back with a 1-3-1 zone for Three Lakes. Left side, Jesse Grunhofer swings around to Kristen Casey. Casey studying the defense. Grunhofer goes baseline, picks up her dribble, gets hacked, but no foul. Bone over to San Rosas. Nelson, Rosas on the right wing. Picks up her dribble over to Kristen Casey. Casey looking down to Grunhofer, getting double teamed. Kristen over to Ionara on the right side. 30 seconds have gone by on this possession. San Rosas with it. Ionara. And she's going to draw the foul. That's going to be foul number 6 on Three Lakes, and that's going to be Emily Fink's 4th. as the next one will put the Royals in the bonus. Fourth on Emily Fink. Zeus fouled out of the first game. Nelson over to San Rosas. Thought about the three. Sammy Nelson, right corner. Back over to Ayanara. 2:45 to go. Down to Emily Bone. Bone just throws it up there. She's going to get fouled, and Bone will go to the line. Emily Fink might have fouled out of the basketball game. The top of their 1-3-1 zone, Emily Fink. Nope. Luckily for the Three Lakes Blue Jays, that foul did not go on Emily Fink. Immediate timeout before Emily Bone's 2 free throws coming up. It's not just we'll hear from our friend Carrie Van Ert. It's not just a home or a car. It's the 6 months you save for your Ultra HD flat screen TV, just in time for the big game. And the overtime you worked for that third car so your team can drive himself to practice. While other insurance companies just see them as a bundle or combo, State Farm agent Carrie Van Ert sees your home and car as things you work really hard for. Carrie understands what your things really mean to you and is here to help you give them the protection they deserve. Talk to State Farm Carrie Van Ert in Wisconsin Rapids for your home and auto insurance today. (49-48) again, as it has so many times this year. The Royals coming down to the wire with free throws. Ayanara was 7 for 7 in the state semifinal. See what the Royals can do here. Emily Bone to the line for 2. She's got 4 fouls, has played with 4 fouls for quite a while. 2 free throws coming up for the senior. Emily Bone's first one is high, arcing, and perfect. Royals break 50 here. Did not in the semifinal. Second one for Bone. Rims out halfway down. And Three Lakes has a chance to tie or take the lead with 2.5 minutes to go. Sawinski with it now. Again, can't dribble with the left hand. She's had a great second half scoring, but has struggled. Lurvig on the right side, looking down to Zeus. Zeus takes it herself. Lurvy with it now on the right wing. Swings it back around to Calling. Calling over to Sawinski. Sawinski goes baseline. Down low. Beautiful pass. Blocked by Bone and rebounded by Bone. San Rosas pushing it up quickly. She Euro steps through. Right hand gets fouled, but go to line for 2 free throws. Beautifully done by Bone and San Rosas with 2:10 to go in the ball game. Again, don't forget, stick around for our Valley Communities Credit Union post-game show. It'll be very brief. First one for San Rosas is good. Her first points here in the second half. And timeout taken by Three Lakes. We'll do the same. We'll be back to lacrosse right after this.
At V&H Automotive, you'll get the best price and best selection on all Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, and Jeep models guaranteed. At V&H, our friendly staff is always ready, here to serve you. No pressure, no gimmicks, just great deals, great service, and the best vehicles in central Wisconsin. Come see why our customers rate us #1.
V&H Automotive, a short drive from anywhere, or visit us at vhautos.com.
Welcome back to lacrosse. Ayanara San Rosas to the line for her second free throw. She has been quiet here in the second half from the field. She had 9 in the first, only 1 so far here in the second. Again, appreciate everyone tuning in. Final girls game of the year for us here at Zaleski Sports, coming right down to the wire. Not how we like it, but we do at the same time. 52-48. Royals by 4 with 2 minutes to go. That's your 2-minute warning here in the state championship game. Sawinski with it on the right wing. Swings it down to Zeus. Hands it off to Sawinski. Sawinski wide open, and she dribbles out of it. Passes Calling off, does Bone underneath to Zeus. Bone blocked from behind, And Grundhofer will try and go after it, but another big block for Emily Bone. 52-48. Zeus inbounds it to Garzinski. Took an extra step, nothing called. Sawinski at the top of the key as Bone hits the floor. Ball's on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball. It'll be Royals basketball with 93 seconds to go here in the ball game. Bone hits the floor. Emily Fink will check in as the Blue Jays will take a timeout. 30-second timeout. We'll be back with the final 93 seconds right after this.
Jason Zaleski here to tell you that Hewitt's Meat has you covered with simple, easy, and free home delivery. Residents of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin get free. That's right, free delivery on every order from Hewitt'sMeats.com. Choose from bratwurst, wieners, bacon, jerky, sausage, cheeses, ham, snack sticks, gift boxes, and even the popular grillers. With over 50 flavors of bratwurst, Hewitt's Meat with free delivery will please your entire family. Visit the store in Tomahawk, Marshfield, or Hewitt's Meat on Facebook today.
Welcome back to lacrosse. 93 seconds to go. Royals lead by 4. Division 5 state championship game. From what I see online, both teams without timeout. Yes, it says 3 for the Blue Jays, 1 for the Royals. Kristen Casey with it in the backcourt. Working on Sawinski. Next foul puts the Royals to the limit. DeRosas with it. 1:20 to go. Going to come down to free throws again for Assumption. Kristen Casey over to Jesse Grundhofer. Grundhofer on the right side. She steps through. A lot of contact. Nothing called. Grundhofer up to Ayanara. 1 minute to go. Division 5 state championship. 1 minute. Kristen Casey on the right side. Casey over to Bone. Bone up to Sansi Rosas. 50 seconds to go. They are saying foul. They aren't fouling. Kristen Casey, 50 seconds. Dribbling out of it on the right wing. And now Kristen Casey to line for 1-1. Gotta hit free throws now for the sophomore. Again, Assumption was just running clock. They were just killing clock, but Three Lakes wasn't fouling. Three Lakes to line for 1-1. Kristen's first one is perfect. Big free throws for the sophomore. She hit a big three-pointer in the first half. 49 seconds to go. Kristen Casey, the back end of the bonus free throws. Left short, rebounded by Three Lakes. 45 seconds to go. Calling up to Sawinski. Sawinski with it. Back over to Calling. Calling back up to Sawinski on the left side. Back over to Calling. Calling up to Sawinski. Takes it all the way over to Lurvy. Left wide open. Three-pointer right side. Off the mark. Offense rebound. Bone with the rebound for the Royals. With 25 seconds to go. Ayanara gets fouled. And the Royals are up 5 with 25 seconds left. And San Rosas will go to line for 2 free throws. Ayanara has been perfect from the line tonight. This afternoon and tonight. Double bonus for San Rosas. Royals can put the ice, can put the dagger. Everything the Royals have gone through this year. Ayanara, nothing but net. The junior has played such a big part on this team this year. And San Rosas trying to put the cherry on top of the cake, and she knocks it down. DeRosas for 2, Royals up 7. No fouls, Lurvy with it. On the right side, over to Sawinski. Sawinski with 15 seconds left. They're not shooting the basketball. The Royals will have it. Sawinski, right side, poked away. San Rosas has it for the Royals, and the Assumption Royals are the state champions here in 2021. The Wisconsin Rapids Assumption Royals are your Division 5 state champions. Royals 55, Three Lakes 48. What an end to this basketball game for the Assumption Royals. Down to the wire again, and the Royals are your Division V state champions for the third time in school history. Hugs all around for the Assumption Royals. Tears for both sides, but the Royals have come back and won the game 55-48. Did not trail in this basketball game, and they go on to win it here tonight. What a ball game for the Assumption Royals. What a ride for the Assumption Royals. 2 quarantines. Oh my goodness gracious. 2 quarantines. Started the year 3-6 and won 13 of their last 15 games and 14 of their last 17 games this year. Absolutely outstanding finish for the Assumption Royals. Absolutely outstanding. We're going to take a quick break here from our friends over at Valley Communities Credit Union and be back to lacrosse after this.
Valley Communities Credit Union wants you to know that buying a home has never been easier. With mortgage rates as low as 2.49% APR, financing your home has never been more affordable.
With Valley Communities Credit Union, we have low closing costs, local servicing, and underwriting.
We will make it simple and secure from beginning to end.
Call, click, or visit one of our 5 locations
And let our team show you why membership matters at VCCU.
Welcome back to lacrosse as the Assumption Royals knock off Three Lakes here tonight, 55-48 to claim the Division V state championship here in lacrosse. Kristen Casey 2 for 2 from the line. Kristen Casey 2 for 2 from the line. Ayanara 4 for 4 from the line. Jesse Grundhofer 2 for 2 from the line. Emily Bone with a huge and 1 down the stretch. She was 3 for 5. There's 3 for 5 from the free throw line for the Assumption Royals. Man, oh man, what a ball game. What a ball game. What a way to finish it here tonight. Sammy Nelson with 3. Kristen Casey with 4. INR with 13. Jesse Grundhofer with 15. Emily Bone with 16. And Kayla Kirkman with 4. For Three Lakes, they go Sawinski with 14. All in the second half. Outstanding play for Kara Sawinski. Calling with 9. Lurvy with 5. The outstanding job defensively against Lurvy. Fink with 7. Garzinski with 9 and 4, respectively. As the Royals, as they are to pick up their own individual medals and will get their pictures taken, but what a ride. What a ride for this Assumption Royals girls basketball team. It has been an absolute pleasure of mine to be able to call the Assumption Royals girls this year. I can't thank Joe Burkhauser, Ryan Klein, Paul Jaglinski, Josh Paltz, all the girls, all the families, all the parents for helping us out, sticking around with us all year long. It has been an absolute honor to call this basketball team. And we'll talk to Coach Klein. We'll ask him about his start at 3-6 on the year. And just once that calendar flipped into 2021, 13 of their last 15 to finish out the season. Coach Lurvy will take the silver ball for the Three Lakes Blue Jays. Hats off to Three Lakes, 20-6, knocking off Blackhawk, who had a 75-game winning streak. So hats off to the Three Lakes Blue Jays, giving Assumption all they could handle here tonight. 44-44 at one point, 46-46 I believe at one point as well. And just an outstanding finish for the Royals. INR hitting big free throws she has done all year. 11 of 11 from the free throw line for INR here today. So, again, can't thank you all enough for tuning in all season long. Can't thank Assumption enough. And I can't thank everybody at Assumption enough for all their help and all their hard work to help you put, and all the sponsors. Can't thank the sponsors enough, especially in our Valley Communities Credit Union postgame show. Can't thank you all enough. Can't thank the sponsors enough for this, for our ride here in the 2020-2021 crazy season. And a big round of applause from the Three Lakes Blue Jays. Jason will have highlights of the medal ceremony as the Assumption Royals will bring their third gold ball back to Wisconsin Rapids here in 2021. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. What a ball game. What an absolute honor. And what an absolute ball game here tonight. And what a ride for the Assumption Royals, knocking off Three Lakes in a state championship game, 55-48. Knocked off a very good McDonald team earlier. That was a 49-46 score. And the Royals will be announced here. I'm gonna step away. You're gonna hear the PA announcer list off the Assumption Royals.
Number 14, Sam Nelson. Number 22, Kayla Kirkman. Number 24, Kristen Casey. Number 30, Anara Sanza Rosas. Number 32, Jesse Hornhauer. Number 34, Sadie Donahue. Number 40, Julia Colo. Number 42, Kendall Doman. Number 50, Casey Schultz. Number 52, Morgan Reinhold. Number 54, Emily Long. And now, Coach Ryan Klein, come up and accept the Division 5 State Championship Trophy. And once again, the Assumption Royals.
Again, can't thank you all enough for tuning in here this year. The Assumption Royals, your state champions here in Division 5, knocking off Three Lakes 55-48. We're going to sign off for the final time here in the we're going to sign off here for the final time on the girls' side of the division, or girls' side of high school basketball. And the Royals, man, oh man, that's all I can say. Man, oh man, what a gutsy performance here tonight. And all season long. Again, thank you all very much for tuning in all season long. Royals finishing the year 16-8 on the season and winning the Division 5 state championship. Again, we're going to sign off here from La Crosse. Thank you for tuning in all season long and helping us bring you live girls basketball from Assumption High School and throughout central Wisconsin. Royals bringing back another gold ball, this time 2021. we'll be heading back to the trophy case at Wisconsin Rapids Assumption. We're going to sign off once again for Jason Selesky and all of us at Selesky Sports. Big shout out to Kevin Bargander. All of us at Selesky Sports, thank you for tuning in all season long. And once again, Royals 55 and the Blue Jays 48. Have a great night, everyone. Stay safe. Stay warm. We'll talk to you again very, very soon. And once again, Royals Division 5 state champions. We'll have Edgar boys basketball on Saturday for you over